The Fed is signaling lower rates, which could also lower mortgage interest rates. But what does this mean if you're buying a home, selling a home, or just keeping an eye on the market? Let's break this down. The Fed's chair gave a speech that the language in it was very careful, but in it, he's clearly signaling that they are looking at lowering interest rates. Now, the rates aren't going to be completely slashed within the next month, but it's looking like they might come down gradually over time, starting in September and moving into 2026. And one thing to remember is that mortgage interest rates don't always follow the Fed rate, but it's usually a good indicator that if the Fed rate drops, mortgage rates are likely to drop as well. Now, what does this mean for you? Well, if you're buying a home, it means that if interest rates start coming down, housing obviously gets more affordable. But the tricky thing here is that you're going to have a lot more buyer competition. Now, depending on how quickly these rates fall and to what level they fall is going to determine how much competition comes back into the market. Here's what you can do to prepare in case a lot of competition does come flooding into the market. The first thing that you have to do is get pre-approved right away, because even going back to 2021, when there was 10 plus offers per home and there was tons of competition, you would get a home that would be listed and within 2 days it was under contract. So you need to have that pre-approval ready to go for when you do find a home that you like, you can make an offer immediately. The next thing you need to do is you need to talk with your agent about offer strategies and negotiation strategies. Because a lot of times, whether you're asking for a little bit of closing costs to be covered or something like that, you can still have those things worked into your offer and still make a competitive offer. I helped a lot of people in 2021, early 2022, before the rates went up, that were able to buy homes with less than $5,000 out of pocket. They had to get closing costs covered. They were competing with 5, 6, 7 other buyers, and we were still able to get them closed and into their homes. Now, for home sellers, this could be your moment. Based on what the market's been saying it's worth up to this point, if rates drop a ton and buyer competition starts coming in, you can have bidding wars that you can get even more for your home than what the market says it should have been worth. And if you're not selling, keep an eye on where the mortgage interest rates are going, because if they do start dropping, I think there's going to be a ton of refinances coming. So what's the key takeaway from this video? You should remember that the Fed's going to cut their rate, but that doesn't necessarily mean the interest rates will go down, but it is likely. If the rates do come down, that means there will be more buyer competition. So as a buyer, you need to be ready and prepared. And as a seller, you need to be careful how you launch the home to list it so that you can get a bidding war and drive the price of your home up even higher. So if interest rates do start dropping, what is your plan for the market? Are you going to refinance your home? Are you going to look to buy an investment property? Are you going to look to buy a brand new home and sell your home for more than it was worth? What's your strategy for if the interest rates do go down in 2026? Drop it below.